So UFC Paris, Caio Borralho versus Nasruddin Imavov just took place. And honestly, this was probably one of the best cards of the year so far. Only 2 of the fights went to a decision, and there were some crazy finishes on this card. And not just that, there were some crazy upsets on this card as well. So Tony Has Died, will be breaking down every single fight that happened and telling you who should fight who next and just giving my general reaction to the card. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all that YouTube shit. And let's get straight into this. Starting with the main event, which was Nasruddin Imavov versus Caio Borralho. Look, man, I picked Caio in this fight, and I think that he showed an ability to be able to, I think he definitely did decent in this fight. I think the 50-45 scorecard that one of the judges gave to Imavov was kind of ludicrous. I either had this 49-46 for Imavov or 48-47 for Borralho. But at the end of the day, I think Imavov is probably the best striker in this division right now. That is what I learned. His boxing is so crisp. He's also the fastest as well. The speed of this guy. Like, he threw a hook at one point in the pocket, and I didn't even see it, bro. Like, it literally, like, wobbled Caio, and it was so fast that I didn't even see it, bro. But first round basically starts off, Caio's landing leg kicks and body kicks, but every time that Imavov lands, he hits harder. So the stats showed that Imavov got outlanded in the first round, but he definitely still won the round because he was landing shots to the face as well, right? But yeah, round 2, Imavov goes out there and he starts to just like take over the fight. I thought it was over for Caio completely. I thought that it was about to be a clean sweep fit. Like, I thought Imavov was about to just like blow him out of the water, right? Round 3, Caio starts landing some good shots on Imavov, starts wobbling him, but it wasn't a like clear round. It could have gone either way, but I think Caio did enough to win that round. Round 4, Imavov gets his footing back, and he starts fucking up Borralho. And in the 5th round, I thought Caio edged the round. Maybe that was closer than round 3. I think round 3 you have to definitely give to Caio, but round 5 it could have gone either way. But 50-45 is kind of ludicrous. But Nasruddin Imavov, you have to give him a fucking title shot after this, bro. There's no more denying Imavov with the title shot. He has to fight Chimaev next. And even with DeRitter versus Fluffy, yes, I think that the winner of that should also get a title shot, but after Imavov, bro. Because we were talking about Imavov jumping the line over Chimaev after he knocked out Adesanya. And now it's like, he is undeniable. He just put on a very good performance against Caio. He stuffed every single takedown as well, which is very interesting going into a match with Khamzat Chimaev. So, yeah, man, Nasruddin Imavov, he's the fucking king of Paris, bro. He's the emperor. He is the emperor of the French Empire. He runs the fucking middleweight division. Honestly, I think that he can put up a pretty close fight with Chimaev. Now, this is what's interesting about the fight with Chimaev, right? If this fight stays on, like, I think that Imavov is a much better striker than Chimaev. And if he can stuff the takedowns, I think that it will be a very clear, like, I think that he could stand a chance against Chimaev if he can stuff takedowns. But I don't think he's going to be able to stuff those takedowns. But, I mean, like, I don't really have anything to say about this fight, to be completely honest, man. It just kind of disappointed me. Like, the fighting nerd, what we really learned about this fight is that the fighting nerds' plot armor is over. The fighting nerds, you know, they were kind of seen as like the Ninja Turtles. We were talking about them like they're fucking ran O-Block and shit. The fucking hype for them is over, bro. And for Borralho, I think that Caio Borralho should probably end up fighting Robert Whittaker. I think that does make, they're both coming off a loss to people that are in the top 5. It's a big name matchup for both guys. See who can get back into the mix, you know? So I think that Caio should fight Rob Whittaker. I think that Imavov should fight the champion, Khamzat Chimaev. And honestly, bro, I have to stop disrespecting fucking Imavov, bro. Because I had a perception of this guy after the Dolidze fight. And I was like, dude, this guy is so fucking boring. This dude is super entertaining. He is so fast on the feet. I think he might be the fastest person in the upper weight classes for real. So, yeah, man. Respect to Imavov. Kaio, maybe he'll get it back in blood in the next one, bro. The next fight we got to talk about. Come on, man. Come on, man. No! I can't believe it. I can't believe it, man. My fucking Conor McGregor reskin has died, bro. Mauricio Ruffy. Dude, he had no takedown defense at all. And look, first and foremost, I got to send out the apology to all the Benoit Saint-Denis fans out there, man. It's because I was clowning this dude the whole week. Fucking respect to Benoit. He went out there, he imposed his will, took fucking Ruffy down at will. Anytime he wanted to take Ruffy down, he did. Bro, he died. Like the first round, he literally had full mount in fucking 1 minute. He literally just shot a double leg, got it immediately, passed the fucking guard, got the fucking... He just passed the side control. Then he got full mount. He got somehow Ruffy got out of full mount, and then fucking 2 minutes later he got put back in a full mount. He gets his back taken. Benoit Saint-Denis fucks him up the first round. Second round, you know, this is why I thought Ruffy would win. When it was on the feet, he was landing, and he was like, it looks like Benoit still hasn't changed anything, you know? Like that was kind of my stance going into this fight was Benoit is not gonna, like, he hasn't really fucking changed anything in his game. I feel like someone like Mauricio Ruffy is going to be able to capitalize on that stagnation of his fucking skill set. But he wasn't, man. Benoit, he had his fucking chin on a silver platter, but the takedowns were just too much for Ruffy. They were making him too nervous. He got fucking his back in the second round, put a fucking choke on his, like, it was on his chin, man. I thought he was, like, I was with my friend, right? And I was like, there's no way he taps that. My friend literally looked at me and goes, he's not going to tap to that. And then he tapped 2 seconds later. Dude, he tapped to a fucking face crank. It was on his fucking chin, bro. Like, you just have to, like, I don't want to say Ruffy looked bad in that fight, but he definitely did not look like the Ruffy that was, obviously, he never fought someone like Benoit. He was fighting people like fucking Bobby Green and James Lontop, right? But, man, he never looked that bad, bro. Holy hell. But, hey, man, how good is Dustin Poirier, bro? Yeah, that's right. How good is fucking Dustin Poirier, baby? Let's go. DP holding it down for the real ones, bro. But, yeah, man. I don't think that BSD is going to be some new fucking King Von of the division where he's going to be running through people anymore. Still, he showed the same weaknesses in this fight that he showed in all of his other fights, but Ruffy was not able to capitalize on them. And so for Benoit Saint-Denis, I think he deserves a fight up, man. He fought, what's the guy's name? Kyle Prepolek. He beat him by submission, and now he just beat Ruffy by submission in his hometown. He deserves to jump up the rankings. So I think someone like Beneil Dariush would be a great fight for BSD. I think that's winnable for both guys. I think Dariush has a really good ability to stuff takedowns, and so the fight might be on the feet. Could be fun. And for Ruffy, I think he should fight Michael Johnson next. Yeah, I fucking said it. I said it, bro. I said it. I think that Michael Johnson, who has put a bunch of good wins together, I think he's on a 3-fight win streak now, just beat Daniel Zellhuber in his last fight. He deserves a shot near the rankings. Obviously, this was Ruffy's shot into the rankings, but that still means that Ruffy's ranked like 20, 25 spot, right? I think this is a good fight for Michael Johnson, man. I think that it makes sense for both guys. And let's see Michael Johnson versus default Conor McGregor, all right? The next fight that we need to talk about is Modestas Bukauskas versus Paul Craig. Bro, I think this was the most brutal ground and pound shot I've ever seen in my life. It literally like cracked through the whole arena when he landed that fucking elbow in the last second of the fight. But so basically what happened in this fight, Paul Craig, we'll talk about Paul Craig retiring in a second because it was very sad. And Paul Craig has like been around the game for a while, but it needed to happen. But let's talk about the fight first. Dude, I don't know what Paul Craig's plan going into this was. Was it to strike? Because he looked terrible when he was on the feet. He was getting cracked on the feet. It wasn't to get into the clinch, because when the fight got into the clinch, he got manhandled in the clinch. It wasn't on the ground, because we saw what happened on the ground. So I just want to know, like, what was Paul Craig's plan going into this fight, man? Now, I do, like, here's what I'll say. If you count the fucking, his last fight against Borralho, then yeah, man, he has a win. But I don't, like, that doesn't really count, you know? If you don't count that, he hasn't won since 2023. And he's been knocked out in almost every single one of those fights, man. And so, yeah, it was time for Paul Craig to hang it up. Dude, Bukowskis got him to the ground, and I was talking to my friend. I was like, this is right where Paul Craig wants him, right in the guard. He's going to throw the triangle up and get him, bro. But no, he did not. He, in fact, did not get him. He, in fact, got elbowed in the face as hard as possible and got fucking flatlined, man. Like, it was probably the most brutal elbow on the ground I've seen. Just one elbow clean on the face at the last second of the round, and he put him out cold. And yeah, man. But respect to Paul Craig. You know, he's a legend of the game. I don't know why Jelly Roll was in the crowd. He should have went out there and gave a speech for Paul Craig like he did for Anthony Smith. But I think the fact that they gave Michelle Waterson Gomez a fucking retirement package, but they didn't give one to Paul Craig, is kind of special needs, bro. It's kind of fucked up. But dude, I will say, man, the French crowd, I wish every single crowd in the world was like this, because they made this event special. From the fucking BSD win to the Imavov win to the Paul Craig retirement. This was a fucking beautiful moment, and the French crowd really cheering for Paul Craig made it all better. So, respect to Paul Craig. Went out on his shield, unfortunately, but yeah, man, he should have hung it up a long time ago, bro. It's gonna suck not seeing Paul Craig get knocked out once every 6 months, bro. But yeah, man, Paul Craig, he's done for, so respect. The next fight we need to talk about is Borralho versus Mason Jones. Bro, this fight pissed me off. I'm about to rage. I'm about to crash out on fucking Mason Jones, because I'm telling you, I thought I was so fucking crafty with my pick, bro. I saw everyone picking Mason Jones, and I was like, bro, Borralho and Mason Jones are the fucking same exact fighter. The only difference is Borralho is much faster than him on the fucking feet. And he's going to land the fucking shot on Mason Jones early and put him out. And he dropped him so bad. I thought it was over, bro. Like 2 or 3 more shots and Mason Jones would have been out of there. But guess what? Mason Jones fucking survives. Mason Jones survives somehow into the fucking next round. He drops him at the end of the first round, and then he finishes him in the next round with ground and pound. It seems like Borralho used his whole gas tank to try to get the finish, or he just got demoralized when he saw that after he dropped Mason Jones, he was still fine. Bro. I'm fucking pissed, because this was my crafty pick of the fucking week, bro. And I was so close to fucking getting it. But, man, Mason Jones, like, I just don't think Mason Jones is that good, bro. He puts on, like, I'll say this. He puts on crazy fights every single time, and I was questioning why they had him on the main card. Because I was like, dude, this is his second fucking fight, and he fought fucking 40-year-old Jeremy Stevens, and went to war with him in his last fight. Why is he on the main card? But what we have determined is that Mason Jones is one of the most entertaining fighters in the UFC right now. And so, yeah, man, Mason Jones put on the comeback victory. So, fuck it, bro. I'm not coping, bro. I'm not coping. But I am coping because I wanted Borralho to win because it was my fucking crafty pick. But, yeah, I mean, it was pissed me off, really, is that Borralho just showed that he was able to win, and he didn't win, bro. So, I wasn't wrong in picking him. He just fucking fumbled the fucking finish. Whatever, bro. Let's talk about the next fucking fight, which was Axel Sola versus Reese McKee. Now, this fight was a fucking dog war. I thought that, I might be getting this backwards, but I think that Sola won the first round, and I think McKee won the second round. So I had it 1-1 going into the third. Now, you could score either round for each person. I saw some people saying 2-0 McKee. I saw some people saying 2-0 Sola. But I had it 1-1. Third round comes. Fucking Sola drops Reese McKee with a body shot. He'd been landing those body shots all night, and he finally hammers it and drops him. And it was such a weird looking drop. I thought it was an uppercut to the chin, and he dropped him. But it was a body shot. And Herb Dean steps in way too early, bro. He just lands, I don't know how to explain it. He just landed like a couple of extra shots on Sola's face. Herb Dean just steps in and waves it off. I'm just like, what the fuck? Why would you wave it off? He's still in it, obviously. But I will say, I don't think the wrong person won. I still think that probably Axel Sola would have gone on to win the fight. But we'll never know because Herb Dean waved that shit off. Like that, bro. These Irish fighters, they're just hated by the fucking UFC. It was fucking Kiefer Crosby last week. And now, this week, it's fucking Reese McKee, who was definitely still in it, and he deserved to be able to fucking fight out of it, but I still think he would have lost the fight, so yeah, man. Reese McKee, he lost, and he didn't look that good, and the Axel Sola guy, I don't know how he's undefeated. I'm not picking him in his next fight. If he fights someone that who's decent, I'm not picking him, so yeah, man. Both guys, it was a great fight, but both guys looked technically lacking, to say the least. The next fight we need to talk about is William Gomez versus Robert Ruchala. William Gomez wins. I predicted this to happen. 30-27, I scored it. Could have been 29-28, but I thought that Gomez won every round. Ruchala was trying to get takedowns, but when he got the takedowns or when he was holding him against the fence, he really wasn't doing anything with it. So, yeah, I think that even if the second round you give it to Ruchala, I don't think he did enough. So, William Gomez had to show off his ancient Fritz technique of grabbing him by the balls. Start digging in your butt, twin. That's what he started doing, bro. He started digging in his butt. I've always wondered if this was illegal. And now we've determined that it is not illegal to dig in your opponent's butt, but it's also not illegal to purposely eye poke your opponent. This was a blatant eye poke. He literally went with his hands fully extended and poked him in the eyes. They got to start taking the points more, bro. Even in the fucking main event, I thought that some points should have been taken a little bit more. I think a point probably should have been taken from Imavov. I mean, I think he kneed him in the nuts like 3 times, and I think he eye poked him once as well, if I'm remembering correctly. But William Gomez, he won the fight. He was in the pocket and throwing. He was doing his shit from range. I will say he needed to, Ruchala was not looking good in this fight at all. And I think that William Gomez definitely should have thrown more. I think Ruchala was overextending on his shots. And I feel like if Gomez had a better countering ability, he could have actually finished the fight. And so, yeah, man, I think William Gomez clearly won. I'm not really excited for his fights going forward. I think he's kind of showed he's a little bit boring of a fighter. But yeah, man, William Gomez gets it done. The next fight on the card was Umar Sy versus Brinson Ribeiro. What happened is what everyone thought would happen, which was Brinson Ribeiro. I don't know who his fucking manager is, bro, but I think he might have fucked his wife or something, bro. Because whoever Brinson Ribeiro's manager is just keeps getting him fucking killed, bro. Umar Sy, he got fraud checked in his last fight against Alonzo Minifield, if I'm remembering correctly. And he got a little free W for being in Paris, I guess, get him a W for being in Paris. But yeah, man, he just knocked out. He just took him down and knocked him out, bro. Ribeiro was a victim in there. Umar Sy is a 6'5", fucking Hulk. So he was always going to win this fight. I don't think he's going to be good at light heavyweight, though. I'll say that. I mean, I still think he looked I don't think he, same with Benoit, I don't think he really showed that he evolved his game in this matchup at all. Came in with the same exact skill set he did. So if he gets another, maybe he can fight Ming Yang Zhang or something. We can see who wins that one. I think Ming Yang Zhang would probably beat him. So, yeah. Let's talk about the next fight on the card, which was Marcin Tybura. He's not a great fighter. He got knocked out. Marcin Tybura. versus Ante. I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it Delija? I don't know. But this guy is legit. I know this is what surprises me about some of these fights is this Delija guy is fucking legit, man. His striking looked really nice for heavyweight. He looked fast as fuck, and I guess that's what you get when you train with the likes of Tom Aspinall himself. But this Delija guy, he looked pretty good in the feet. He just went out there. Tybura was trying to clinch with him because when this fight was at distance, he was getting fucking lit up. Tybura just, he didn't have anything for him, which is crazy because these motherfuckers are top 10 heavyweights in the world, and Tybura looked like he'd never stepped foot in the cage before with this. Like, come on. Come on. But yeah, man, this is what's interesting going forward because this guy is now top 10 in the fucking heavyweight division, and I honestly see him beating a lot of the people. Like, he would definitely, like, Curtis Blades, this dude would sleep Curtis Blades out cold. And honestly, I think he would have a good chance against someone like Pavlovich as well, just because of the speed advantage that he possesses, right? And so I think that this guy is eyeing a title shot, and I just don't know what's going to happen with that scenario because Big Tom right here and him are like BFFs. And so what is going to happen with them? I do not know. I do not know, bro. Hopefully, I don't think Tom is a pussy, and I think he would still fight him. I just don't know about either of them, bro. So is this going to be another fucking Marab Aljo situation? You know, where we got a guy who's deserving, but he won't fight him because he's his friend. I mean, I'm pretty sure this guy is his primary training partner, and he's going to be training him for Cyril Gahn, you know? So, yeah, man. There's going to be some tension in the gym, I imagine, because both of these guys, they're both looking in title contention, for sure, which is crazy because this was on the fucking prelims. So, yeah. The next fight on the card was Kyle Fernandez versus Harry Hardwick. You know, it kind of pisses me off because I literally made the community post about this fight, picking Kyle Fernandez to do exactly this to Harry Hardwick, who is terrible, and we saw was terrible. Harry Hardwick, this is why, I mean, this guy, I'm pretty sure he's a Cage Warriors champion, if I'm not mistaken. He looked terrible, man. The TikTok did not help him. He did not know how to check a low kick, bro. I'm pretty sure there's like 15 low kick finishes in all of UFC history, and he is now one of them. Because he did not check a single low kick. I know it's crazy. When he got knocked out, he did like a triple barrel roll on the ground. He started rolling around like stop, drop, and roll type shit, bro. He's like fucking Sonic out there rolling around on the ground. But yeah, man, he didn't know how to check a leg kick. Kyle Fernandez really isn't that crazy of a fighter as well. So to get like masterclass in that simplistic of an area, kind of concerning for Harry Hardwick going forward. Maybe they could do him versus like Anshul Jubilee or some shit. But for Cal, I just say rebook the Fares Ziam fight. Both guys, I mean, Ziam pulled out because his grandma passed away, so that's pretty fucked up. But I think that once he gets over his grandma, I think that they should rebook it. So, yeah, man. Harry Hardwick, send him 2-3 years, fucking McDonald's and forget. Fernandez, rebook Ziam. The next fight on the card was Sam Patterson versus Trey Waters. Dude, Sam Patterson is a legit force in this fucking division, man. And I love the call out. I love the call out of Neil Magny. And he deserves it. This is 4 first round finishes in a row for Sam Patterson. Lost his debut pretty badly. I'm pretty sure it was at lightweight. Jumps back up to welterweight. And he has just been sparking motherfuckers. Trey Waters ain't no joke. He only had 1 loss on his record beforehand. And he put him out, man. I mean, not out, but he had him basically knocked out on the feet. It wasn't a bad stoppage. I mean, he was out on the feet. He was going to get slumped cold if the ref didn't step in. But, yeah, man, Sam Patterson, he is a legit force in this division. I think him versus, the Neil Magny call out was perfect. I think you should book it. Fuck it. If it ain't broke, don't, if it ain't broke, don't fix it or whatever. Whatever the fucking saying is. But yeah, man, what a crazy run Sam Patterson's been on, man. Pretty hype. The next fight was Brad Tavares versus this Polish guy. I still can't pronounce his name. I'm not going to attempt to. It was like Brickzek, whatever. Brad Tavares was washed. That's what we learned. And it's kind of crazy how bad he looked washed, because he just on the feet had fucking nothing at all. And that's literally, he's a striker. First of all, I mean, what Brad Tavares was known for is his iron takedown defense. And he fucks people up on the feet. And he just doesn't, he didn't have anything. Like, he didn't have anything on the feet, man. And he just got, like, maybe he needs to go fucking retire, bro. Like, that's how I'm thinking about Brad Tavares. Probably just needs to hang it up for real, so. Yeah, Brad Tavares is washed. This Brickzek dude, he's not that good. And he beat you, so fuck it. The next one was Andreas Gustafsson versus Renat Fakhretdinov. I always thought that the hype of Andreas Gustafsson was a little overblown, but I did think he would get past Renat just because Renat's last couple of fights have been suspect. I thought that he definitely lost to Carlos Leal, and I'm pretty sure he also had a fight with, was it Aleksei Dos Santos? He had another fight that was a split decision that could have gone the other way, that probably should have. But so I picked Andreas Gustafsson to win this. Yeah, man, you can't just do that, bro. You can't just walk forward. This is like, he was fighting how I thought BSD fights, where you just walk forward and try to get takedowns and maraude. He's a marauder. But yeah, man, you just can't do that in the UFC. You have to have some semblance of defense. And he just got, he walked forward with his hands down. And what do you expect is going to happen, bro? That's what's going to happen. So Andreas Gustafsson got knocked out by Renat. Renat, maybe get him versus, I think maybe he already fought Randy Brown. Or maybe he could fight fucking Trey Waters or something. Or maybe he could fight like Gilbert Burns or some shit, bro. But I don't think that he's going to beat Leon like some people were saying. And for this final fight, Sean O'Bannon versus Sam Hughes, I didn't watch it. I fucking didn't watch it. I did not watch it. I did not care. So these were my picks for the card. I did fucking awful, as you can fucking see by looking at the screen. I picked Borralho. I picked Ruffy. I got Bukowskis right. Oki wrong. Sola right. Gomez right. Sai right. Tybora wrong. Fernandez right. Patterson right. And then I got the last three wrong. But I felt like I got kind of brainwashed into picking Borralho. I thought that it was a pretty I'm not going to say brainwashed, because obviously I'm the one who picked him, but up until fight week, I was leaning towards Imavov, and then I heard more and more people picking Borralho, and I was like, yeah, they kind of are starting to make some sense. Like, I was just like, man, Imavov had such a close fight with, not a close fight, but he had weaknesses against Dolidze. He had, his fight with Buckley, if that was 5 rounds, he would have lost. Like, I don't know. I saw some fucking weaknesses in Imavov's game, and I thought Kyle would be able to capitalize on him. And I'm telling you, bro, I did not see this shit coming at all either. This was actually crazy, bro. Because there's a simplistic plan. Oh, I'll say this. How good is Dustin? How good is my boy DP? And how good is my boy Money Moicano? But I feel like there is a simplistic plan to beating Benoit Saint-Denis. And if you have the skill, you'll do it. You follow the plan. It's like Neil Magny, leg kicks. Fucking Anthony Smith, be capable as a fighter. Like, there's an easy game, like Poirier, takedowns, get the fucking submission. Like, there are certain game plans that people need to follow. And Ruffy just didn't have the fucking takedown defense that I thought he would. It's crazy because he stuffed all, like, when he did Dana White's Contender Series, he fought Islam Makhachev's training partner, and he was a wrestler, and he stuffed all the takedowns. So, yeah, man, I really was surprised by this. Like, very surprised. But That will do it for the video. If you like the video, like, subscribe to all that YouTube shit. One more thing. $7.7 billion company. And I was getting fucking, like, the fucking ESPN was lagging and cutting out and shit during people's post-fight interviews and walkouts. Can we not, like, I don't know if ESPN's trying to spite UFC for signing with Paramount, but that's fucked up if they are. But, yeah, that will do it for my predictions. What the fuck? I just ruined the whole video. That will do it for my reaction. If you like the video, like, subscribe, do all that YouTube shit. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.